Mr. Ravi Menon, Managing Director of the MAS, Excellencies and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so happy to join you this morning for the Singapore FinTech Festival. When I entered the room just now, I almost thought I was at the wrong place because it felt like a rock concert. Then I realized actually it is the right place, and I'm glad that we are now back finally with the FinTech Festival and seeing the energy and vibrancy of coming back together as an in-person event. This is truly a global reunion for the FinTech community. So it's so good to see all of you here in Singapore, and let me also extend a very warm welcome to all our overseas guests. The turnout today shows that human interaction is indispensable even in our digital age. And I hope all of you will make full use of this opportunity to build connections, discuss common challenges, and learn from one another. Who knows, the serendipitous encounters you have here may well lead to the next breakthrough innovation. We are all here because we believe in the power of technology. In many ways, it can enhance our productivity and connectivity. It can empower people and small businesses. It can help us envision the future. Of course, taking a hands-off approach toward technology is insufficient, perhaps even less than ideal, because we also need to consistently encourage innovation, and we must continually engage people on the impact of technology. So these 5 E's, to enhance, empower, envision, encourage, and engage. These 5 E's sets the backdrop for Singapore's FinTech journey to harness the full potential of technology and innovation and to become indeed more resilient as a country. And I will touch on each of these in turn. First is to enhance the way we do things. That's something that's very intrinsic in Singapore's thinking. It's one of our key attributes. We are always trying to improve and do better. It's partly because we know that we are a little red dot in a dangerous world. We recognize that no one owes us a living in this world, and we ultimately have to count on ourselves, on our own ingenuity and wits to survive and thrive. And that's why in Singapore, we embrace a healthy level of constructive paranoia, and divine discontent. We are never fully satisfied with the status quo, and we are endlessly striving to do better. Not too much discontent, not too much paranoia, but enough to have that motivation to keep on pushing the limits. And technology is the key enabler for us to do this. It enables us to be more productive, to improve our standards of living, and to build greater resilience. Indeed, that's what happened when we were hit by COVID-19. Many basic financial services were provided through digital channels instead. And that was possible only because of the investments we had made earlier in digital infrastructures. The pandemic has been a significant catalyst in getting businesses to embrace digitalization, and the government is also providing full support for this effort. For example, we have a SME Go Digital program to help small and medium enterprises make use of digital technologies to enhance their productivity and generate new sources of revenue. And we are always looking at ways to use digital technologies to streamline and further improve business processes. So one such initiative I'm happy to share today is something called e-Guarantee at Gov. Basically, the MAS and MOF, my ministry, worked with the financial industry to digitalize bankers' guarantees and insurance bonds that are provided to government agencies. So in the past, when companies had to apply for these guarantees and bonds, paper documents, and then convey the physical documents to the government agencies, all of this taking a few days. With the digitalization efforts, you can do all this online within a day. So we hope this collaboration will lead to a significant reduction in time and effort needed to process guarantees and ultimately benefit the individual and business users. Another innovation is the use of purpose-bound digital Singapore dollar, which enables us to specify conditions like when and where these digital monies can be used. And as you can imagine, this ability opens up a wide variety of use cases. For example, parents may want to ensure that the allowance for their children are used only for meals and school supplies, just as an example. You can think of many other purpose-bound uses. So to test this concept, we will trial the use of purpose-bound money in the form of digital Singapore dollar-backed vouchers for making purchases at participating merchants at this festival itself. This trial will provide immense learning opportunities as we advance the financial infrastructure in Singapore. And so I hope all of you participate in the trial and start using your digital vouchers later. And I certainly look forward to it myself. Technology can also enhance our connectivity with other countries. Specifically, enhancing our payments connectivity can bring widespread benefits. We know today that cross-border payments are still inefficient and costly, and technology has the ability to improve the speed and scale of retail payments compared to what we have today. And this will not only benefit businesses by reducing costs and improving access to foreign markets, it also provides a much faster and cheaper option for individuals, such as those who are working in Singapore and need to remit monies back to their families. We are exploring a variety of approaches to tackle this cross-border payment problem. One specific approach that we are taking in Singapore is to establish linkages between the real-time payment systems of our key regional partners. Within Singapore, we have something we call PayNow. Residents will be familiar with this. That allows individuals to transfer money to one another using your mobile number, or businesses using your unique enterprise numbers. And the transfer can be done 24/7. It's almost instantaneous. Other countries have their own systems. For example, in Thailand, they have a system called PromptPay. And last year, we launched the world's first linkage of real-time payment systems between Singapore's PayNow and Thailand's PromptPay. And this extends the same benefits that we have in PayNow to fund transfers between Singapore and Thailand. We have also been concurrently working to build similar connectivity with Malaysia and India. And these are two important corridors for cross-border trade and payments, and we can expect to see even higher transaction volumes once these linkages are established. The second E is empower, because technology can be a powerful tool for small businesses and individuals. Micro, small, and medium enterprises are the backbone of societies worldwide, and helping them achieve their potential will have a significant impact on economic and social development. So MAS will be working with our partners to develop integrated trade and finance ecosystems to support financial empowerment to such enterprises. This includes partnering with in-country public entities for Ghana, with the UN CDF for the world's least developed countries, as well as with the IFC globally on financial literacy and building financial trust. And once these ecosystems are in place, enterprises in these countries will be able to access a whole range of capabilities like financial education, financial services, or government support via an open digital infrastructure. And as these enterprises make use of the infrastructure, they will also build up their verified digital finance and business profile over time. So financial institutions can then rely on these profiles to better understand their enterprises and improve their risk assessments. Governments too can depend on their profiles when providing support with local resources and programs. And we hope all this will also open up opportunities for Singapore's financial and business sectors to participate in the development journeys of these countries. Other than empowering small businesses, technology can help individuals take better care of themselves. Planning for your finances, for example, is a step towards having less stress in life and building a more resilient financial future. But to do an in-depth review of your financial situation, you need access to data. And that's why in Singapore, we introduced something called SG Findex in 2020 to give individuals an overview of information from their banks and government agencies, such as loans, deposits, and their CPF balances, their social security balances. And later, we also included information like their investment holdings from the central depository. So with a few clicks of a button, individuals can access data from different private and public agencies, all consolidated in one page, making it significantly easier to get a sense of your financial situation. Today, I'm happy to share that individuals will be able to also view their insurance policies with insurers through SG Findex. This will enable Singaporeans to identify potential gaps in their protection more easily and have a more comprehensive view of their financial positions. And indeed, going forward, we hope to onboard more financial institutions on this platform, as well as a wider range of financial information for more comprehensive overview and greater convenience in financial planning. Third is envision. While we tackle immediate challenges, we should also keep an eye on opportunities and risks that are looming over the horizon. And technology can help us be ready for the future. MAS has made very clear our stance on the speculative trading of cryptocurrencies by retail investors. We believe this is highly risky, it's not suitable for the public, and in fact, we aim to reduce the risk of potential harm to consumers. But there should be no doubt at all that we are embracing fully the underlying technologies of distributed ledgers and the potential that they have to transform financial markets. In short, we aim to become a center for innovative and responsible digital asset activities. So the two keywords, innovative as well as responsible. And that's why we launched one of our projects, Project Guardian, earlier this year, to explore the potential of asset tokenization with the industry. We have successfully conducted the first industry trials featuring cross-currency transactions and the trading of tokenized securities. These trials have helped to deepen our understanding of the digital asset ecosystem, and we will have a session later this afternoon to share our findings and learnings. We welcome feedback and inputs, as well as further initiatives and experiments from the industry. So let us work together to further develop and sharpen our digital asset strategy in Singapore. Of course, when we talk about the future, we cannot avoid the topic of sustainability. Climate change is an existential issue for humanity, and the time left for action is getting shorter and shorter. While global awareness of this issue has picked up significantly, there is still much more that needs to be done. And here again, technology can play a key role in tackling climate change. In Singapore, we are investing in new technologies that can help decarbonize our economy, like the use of low-carbon hydrogen. Likewise, in the green fintech domain, technology is critical. In particular, it can help to ensure the quality and accessibility of ESG data and address concerns associated with greenwashing. And with better data, we can measure the problem, track progress, and be able to know how much we have done and how far we are from our goals. We recognize that the ESG fintech landscape is still nascent in Singapore, and MAS will be partnering KPMG and the Singapore Fintech Association to identify key use cases and growth strategies in this space. Meanwhile, we will do our part here in this festival to set a positive example. So starting this year, we will measure carbon emissions for the festival. And this will guide our decarbonization efforts for the subsequent festivals. An inaugural ESG FinTech zone has also been set up in recognition of the need to channel finance and FinTech towards addressing this global crisis. Fourth E is to encourage. Technology can enhance and empower and help us envision the future, but that doesn't happen naturally and easily. We need to continue investing in innovation and technology year after year, through good times and bad times. In Singapore, we had introduced the Financial Sector Technology and Innovation Scheme, or the FSTI, to support the creation of a vibrant ecosystem for innovation in the financial sector. Since the scheme's inception in 2015, we have provided 2 rounds of funding. Under the first tranche, we awarded over 100 million of grant funding for close to 500 projects. In the second round, we provided over 200 million in committed funding for more than 1,000 projects. And the scheme has generated many positive outcomes. It has anchored new digital asset ecosystem players, as well as catalyzed industry efforts to adopt cutting-edge technologies. More than 200 jobs have been created with the setting up of new innovation labs, and the scheme has also supported the growth of young startups into technology players with a strong nexus to financial services. So today I'm pleased to share that MAS will provide a third tranche of funding for the FSTI, with a fresh commitment of 150 million for the next 3 years. When we talk money, we get applause. I suppose the ones who clap harder are the ones who hope to get a share of the grants. By all means, we welcome your participation. We will consolidate several tracks and maintain focus in key areas for finance like AI, analytics, RegTech, and cybersecurity. And concurrently, we will have new focus areas like ESG FinTech, and we will roll out innovation challenges with readily implementable solutions. We will also support the next generation of centers of excellence, which will spearhead the development of tools to support emerging domains like Web 3.0. So all of these will be put out in due course, and more details will be released likely in the first quarter of next year. The final E is engage. Technology can be a powerful force for good, but it can also bring about anxieties and fears. Some worry that their jobs will be displaced by technology, or that they cannot keep up with the fast pace of change and will fall behind. And if these concerns are not adequately addressed, segments of society will feel estranged from the rest, and trust will become eroded. So we need to constantly engage people, to listen to their views, understand them, and discuss how we can tackle these concerns. People should feel that their voices are being heard. Customers must feel that their voices are being heard, as you saw from the video just now. And indeed, the FinTech community is no stranger to engagement and empathy, because in identifying pain points and business opportunities, all of this comes through a better understanding of customers' needs and desires. So this engagement and empathy can be extended beyond business impact into societal impact. Take the example of electronic payments or e-payments. These have proliferated in Singapore in recent years. Individuals and businesses and even shops in our heartlands have actively adopted e-payment solutions. because they are more convenient, more efficient, and they are widely available. Think about this. When was the last time you had to write a check? I have not done so in years. I can't even remember where my checkbook is now. So the use of checks has declined sharply in Singapore. The share of checks as a proportion of payments used to be 32% in 2016. 32% in 2016. Now it's come down to 7%. The continued reliance on checks, of course, has resulted in suboptimal business processes and contributes to a relatively high cost of payments to the economy. So we aim to eliminate all checks and terminate central check clearing over the medium term. MAS will be issuing a public consultation today on several initiatives to eliminate all corporate checks by 2025. And we think this will help to bring down a substantial portion of the check transaction volume in Singapore. But amongst the remaining individual users of checks, we recognize that there are some, especially seniors, who are still not comfortable with e-banking and e-payments. All of us have people we know who still write checks. They tend to be older folks, and they are really not very comfortable shifting to e-banking. And we must not forget about them. To ensure that our e-payment journey is inclusive, we will provide a longer runway for individuals to switch to alternative payment methods. This will also give us more time to consider the right solutions for those who are unable to adopt e-payments and look into the necessary transitional support. So we are studying these issues carefully, and we will consult the public separately when we are ready. But meantime, let's do away with corporate checks first, and we hope we can get this done by 2025. To conclude, each of the 5 E's covers an important but distinct aspect, and their totality enables Singapore to harness the full potential of technology for our financial industry. Enhance, empower, and vision bring forth the capabilities of technology. And courage allows us to be relentless in pushing the frontiers of innovation and technology. And engage ensures that the benefits from this pursuit are widespread. So this is how we ensure that the financial industry in Singapore stays at the leading edge of fintech, continually experimenting and innovating, creating positive change, and solving problems for mankind and the world. And all of us here in the government, in the MAS, will walk this journey with you, the innovators and entrepreneurs, to support and collaborate with the fintech community in this joint endeavor. Let us work together to harness the power of finance and technology as a force for good and become better and stronger together. So on that note, I wish all of you an exciting and bountiful FinTech Festival and many fruitful collaborations and innovations. Thank you very much.